It's a matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Miami Dolphins. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. On the ground, this is Jalen Richard. He finds an opening past the 40 and all the way up to the 46. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercise before this one, and they're paying off.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again. Fields. He's going to look deep for more. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The safety that time, Tony Jefferson there on the coverage.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Yeah, he'll find Hall. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 29-yard line. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory as they're down to the 29-yard line. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. This is Richard. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively, because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
But that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, total.
And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Taylor. And an alley to run. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
We got three, fellas. We got three.
2nd and 1. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. He is proving his worth defensively, getting the sack here. That comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 33 yards that time.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. The big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. They'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. He finds Taylor, complete. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Red. 60 outlaw. Two times. 3 down. Ready.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
So, yes, it's only 3, but at least they're able to answer back after giving up the touchdown to start the game.
Yeah, I like the observation there because getting some points on the board, very positive for them. Feel a little bit better about things because if you don't score, you potentially have opened the door for them to score again, and then you're down 14.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in. But I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
On first down, Jefferson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
On 1st and 10, Fields. He's going to fire one deep. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown, Jaguars. DJ Chark, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. After one, a 14-3 ball game. They'll set up a throw. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. And down he'll go at the 25. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Even. 4 down. Even. Alpha.
They'll set up to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. On 4th down, Matt Hawk to punt it away. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Returning it is Moore. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Now this time he'll look to throw. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes.
Partner, the Mike linebacker, the middle linebacker has so many different responsibilities. How excited do you think he was to get home with that blitz?
Yeah, he wants a sack. He got it. And the Jaguars send out their punter. Back deep, Antonio Brown. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And a good result there as that'll get out of bounds and pin them back at their 10-yard line. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
1st down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
At the 12-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run with Taylor. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Those are the plays this defense needs with the deficit they're facing.
It certainly is, and they've got to continue to swarm the football and hope that someone, while they're holding up the ball carrier, can get in there and rake it and lock it free. They need to get some takeaways as well.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it. Brings up 4.
Now, that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Here's more on the return. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Jags will have great field position to start this drive as they take over on the short side of the field. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the ground, Richard. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar and some discomfort down there on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Hard Rock Stadium. On first down, Fields. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he is going to lose yardage here. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up third down. To throw on third down, Fields. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. A 20-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. They're going to look to throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. He has just been a load for opposing offenses to account for. Now 8 interceptions on the year.
I love that number because I always think of center field. You know, when I hear 8, because that's the position you write in the scorecard in baseball. And what do good center fielders do? Take away all the alleys, right? They range deep and make a whole lot of great catches.
Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down, Fields. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Operating from the gun, Fields. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Xavier Howard. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Now that'll be caught by Cup, and he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Watch the safety crease. Squeeze, get in there.
Back to throw here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Taylor, and he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we send you up to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll drop the throw. He'll find Taylor. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Back to throw. Looking middle, and it's It's incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the number one thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Mike Gesicki, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to cut into this lead. Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the lead is down to 28-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Richard. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. And now we'll get a timeout. Looks like we've got a Jaguar in some discomfort down there on the field. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami.
Here we go, here we go. Hey, number 53, Mike 53. Anyone? I smell fear in that offense. I smell fear in that offense.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
He gets it away, and I think they'll smartly play keep away here from Brown. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
We got three.
Looking to throw. The open man here, Renfro. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. 2nd and 6. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
From the gun, Fields. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. That goes for a gain of 31. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Taylor. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Taylor. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Double time. You got 3 down, 3 down. Kill. 66. Bullet high. Sponge. No. Let's go.
The give to Taylor, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Ready. 60 outlaw. Double time. Everyone got 4 down. Check 3.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Dolphins on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
4 down. Bravo. Ready to go.
He'll look to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 45-yard line.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. The tackle by Quincy Williams.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defensive coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
At the Jaguars' 43-yard line.
On the double. Tight end to the right, boys. Tight end to the right. Move. Hey, we got 3 down.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Dolphins on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. He'll drop to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 33.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Now left side on the swing pass. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now back to throw, and that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
They'll look to throw here. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. 17 yards for the Dolphins there as they've got themselves a first down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
General, West. Alert flare, flare.
On first down, it's Taylor, able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Hey. 4 down. 12's mine.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down. The Dolphins on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 9. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
You got three down.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs.
Number 53, Mike 53.
They'll run on first down. Jefferson looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Second and 10 at the 24-yard line.
That one looks like he'll throw here. That is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan. A big one there for the Jags. 18 yards, 1st down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Fields. He's going to run. That's caught inside the 20. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Here we go.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
On 3rd down, Taylor. And he will have 1st down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Side open is Gesicki. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Complete to Mike Gesicki. It's a gain of 7. It's a 2nd and 3.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they?